New tonight, a WCNC Charlotte investigation uncovers a failure that put firefighters and people living in one neighborhood at risk. We've learned in the moments after a house explosion rocked a Dilworth neighborhood earlier this month, sparking a huge fire. The two closest fire hydrants did not work.
Instead of immediately fighting these flames with a large supply of water, WCNC Charlotte's Nate Morabito discovered firefighters spent precious minutes scrambling to find a working hydrant. Nate.
Yeah, that's right. Charlotte Water is blaming the, quote, slight delays on private contractors working in the area, but says as a result, the agency is now increasing oversight in hopes this never happens again.
Long before developers moved in,
as if this is a construction zone,
and crews started infrastructure upgrades,
we've lost water 5 times.
Lombardy Circle once seemed like a slice of heaven.
we are losing all the history here.
But Ravi Thacker says in recent months, the Dilworth neighborhood started feeling
It's been a living hell.
like the exact opposite.
It was like a loud bang. It was like an explosion.
Like a bomb.
Then, on the morning of May 2nd,
I heard an enormous boom.
this street actually looked the part.
You could feel the heat standing in our yard.
The Charlotte Fire Department responded swiftly in just 3 minutes to what they'd later call an intentionally set fire.
Engine is ready for water.
But upon their arrival,
The hydrant that we're at is dead. We're not getting any water out of it.
a failure only fanned the flames.
Work on my water supply, please.
CFD says it took firefighters 5 minutes
Your second hydrant is dead. That's all the water I got.
They had no water here.
to find a reliable hydrant.
I mean, it was really a shocker. I was really disturbed.
Thacker owns several homes on this street,
You always assume there's going to work because the city is, taking care of it.
2 of which are near the closest hydrant that didn't work that day.
We pay pretty hefty taxes.
Unacceptable in his eyes.
In the heart of the city, it's not like we are in the outskirts, so it's just heartbreaking to know that there was no water in it when it was actually needed.
In response to WCNC Charlotte's questions on behalf of those who live here, Charlotte Water says the agency understands their concern. A spokesperson says a city review completed after the fire found contractors had been operating hydrants and underground valves improperly, which disrupted normal hydrant function. The agency calls it an isolated situation, but says we take it seriously and are implementing safeguards to minimize the risk of recurrence. Those safeguards will include improved monitoring and more frequent spot checks of hydrants in areas where there's construction or utility work.
This is 4 houses away.
The explosion and subsequent fire damaged neighboring homes,
We lost windows back here.
but it's unclear if more readily available water would have made a difference. Thacker can't help but wonder.
Well, if it had been put out quick enough, maybe the heat would not get to the other houses.
CFD told us while crews tried to find a working hydrant, firefighters used what little water was stored on their trucks to do what they could to stop the fire from spreading. The agency added its crews worked under extremely challenging conditions to protect surrounding homes and ensure public safety. Homeowners are grateful for that effort. They just wish their fire hydrants worked.
Nate, thank you for digging into this. We'll add this to your reporting in response to our reporting here. Mayor Pro Tem Dante Anderson, who represents this neighborhood, told us today that the city is taking this matter seriously. She says she's talking with staff to ensure there is a clear understanding of how this is being addressed. Of course, we'll keep you up.